What's going on, guys? Dustin here with Just Cook with Dustin. Today I'm showing you how I make my bacon, garlic, and butter pasta. But first I have to get some bok choy prepped because my wife doesn't really like it when I put food on the table and there's nothing green in there. So got some baby bok choy. This is like the gateway drug to greens, as they say. I'm going to chop this up. We're going to blanch it in some hot water, the boiling water actually, that I'm going to use to cook the pasta in. Bok choy is great, but you do need to rinse this usually 3 to 4 times. There's a lot of dirt or sand that grows in between the leaves. So I'm going to get this prepped here. I've got my salted pasta water, or my pasta water that I'm going to add salt to, and get this bok choy blanched. It's one of the first things I'm going to do because it can set aside while we prep our garlic and bacon and the other ingredients for this. So we just get this in for about a minute, let it come back up to a boil, strain it, and just set it aside. So there's something green in the dish, so maybe it's healthy, I don't know, but we've got bacon, garlic, and a ton of butter in this pasta. After we get that set aside, I'm going to throw my pasta in. This I'm just going to cook al dente. I'm going to be working on my garlic and bacon cooking while this is cooking. If it finishes before the bacon and garlic, we're just going to set that aside and then we'll toss it with the sauce. But I've got a new little kitchen utensil here. This is a little rubber roller that you can throw your cloves of garlic in and just roll it under your hand and the silk paper on the outside comes off. I saw this in another YouTube video with Kevin and Sarah over at Living Traditions Homestead. She had one of these and I use a ton of garlic, so having this to peel it, because I always just buy the garlic whole at the store. I don't buy anything in the vacuum pack bags or in jars, but I fresh garlic all the time, and with this one we're using about a whole bulb of garlic, so a good 10 cloves or so. We're going to get this thinly sliced, as pepperoncini is a thin sliced garlic with red peppers. Crushed red pepper is the traditional pepperoncini sauce, and so this is just a riff on that. Adding in, instead of the porchetta or prosciutto, we're going to add the bacon for this, thin sliced garlic, some Korean chili flake, and then we're going to toss all that together with the bok choy and pasta. But we got this very thinly sliced, and we're going to set that aside as we get our bacon prepped. So I have 2 more of these little garlic rollers. If you would like to win one, please hit the subscribe button and leave a comment down below and you'll be entered into a drawing. I have 2 of these that I will give away, so if you want to win one, hit subscribe and leave a comment down below. So next we've got the bacon here. I'm going to use about half to 3/4 pound of bacon that I'm just going to slice into smaller pieces, little bite-sized pieces, and we're just going to crisp those up in the pan and then set those aside as we get our garlic sauteed. I'm adding some Korean chili flake to this. You can add crushed red peppers to it. This is just what I have on hand. I've always got the Korean chili flakes on hand since I make kimchi a couple times a year. Adding some black pepper to that as well. And we're going to continue to let this cook and render out all that fat. We're going to drain the fat, which is also I'm going to run it through a fine mesh strainer so that it'll drain off any of the pepper flake. Because my kids, I don't want it too spicy, but I'm infusing that oil with the Korean chili flake and the black pepper. But we're going to get the bacon, set it aside, strain the bacon grease, and then I'm going to use a couple tablespoons of that to saute the garlic in. Right here you can really see the beautiful color that chili flake added to this bacon fat. So we're going to add a couple tablespoons back to our pan and get our garlic sauteed and let this get to be a little golden brown. You definitely want to make sure your heat's not too high. You don't want to burn this and add that bitter flavor. You just want to let this get nice and golden brown. And then I'm going to add about a half cup of Pinot Grigio white wine to this. Pinot Grigio is what I've always got on hand, so if I'm cooking with wine, I'm cooking with Pinot Grigio. I'm also going to add some of my pasta water to this, and then I'm going to let it reduce and so that sauce can kind of thicken from the reduction of the wine and the starches that are in that pasta sauce. You can see here as I drag my little spatula through it that there's the clear separation in the pan. I'm going to turn the heat down and reduce that and add a couple tablespoons of cold butter to melt this in and finish off this sauce. Then we're going to start adding our pasta. Get this pasta added in. We're going to get it completely coated with that bacon fat and butter sauce, and then it doesn't look like much right now because all the garlic's just going to settle to the bottom, but we're going to make sure we get all the noodles coated, looking really good, full of flavor with the garlic butter bacon sauce. And then we're going to add in our bok choy that we had the bok choy that we blanched earlier, and then with that we're going to toss it as well, and then we're going to add in the crispy bacon bits. And then as we add this to our serving dish, you're going to see all those toppings end up back on top of the pasta. It looks great. It's going to present very well on your table. Alright, so there you go guys, our bacon, garlic, and butter pasta with some white wine and bok choy, something green for the ladies. My wife, she's always like, I feel weird not having something green on the plate. But anyway, so if you would like to win one of those garlic rollers, leave a comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button so that YouTube will recommend these videos to other viewers. I appreciate all your support and everything you do to support this channel, and share these videos with your friends, and we'll see you again real soon. Take care.